Hi there, welcome to Eduretics, where we make your high school life simple. I'm Aniket and this is the hard difficulty video for practicing linear functions as part of our Digital SAT Algebra practice series. So make sure you follow along. In case you've skipped the easy and medium parts, that's fine, but make sure you do the hard part properly. This video, that is. So first solve the question yourself, then only look at our solution. Let's begin. An economist modeled the demand Q for a certain product as a linear function of the selling price P. The demand was 20,000 units when the selling price was $40 per unit, and the demand was 15,000 units when the selling price was $60 per unit. Based on the model, what is the demand in units when the selling price is $55 per unit? Okay, so this question is best done using the Desmos calculator. I've already shown this one in the part 1 of our Desmos problem solving for Digital SAT math video. I'll put up the link on the top right. You can see that. Okay. In case we were to do this manually, so in this solution, I'm going to explain how to do this without Desmos, because the Desmos trick is already shown. So I'll quickly break it down. So on Desmos, you'll be putting these points, you'll be plotting these points and getting the exact equation and the graph for this function, and in that you'll just find the value of y corresponding to value of x as $55 per unit. Okay, so we're talking about demand Q and price P. This is the y-axis thing, this is the x code, this is represented on the x-axis. So the demand was 20,000 when the price was 40. Demand was 15,000 when the price went up to 60. So the demand would be between these two numbers, since the price is between 40 and 60. It's $55 per unit. So we can check using this. The straight line relation exists in this form. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is a linear function. Okay, it's the equation of a straight line. We'll put in these points. So y 20,000 is equal to m into 40 plus c. This is one equation. The next one would be 15,000 is equal to 60m plus c. And we can eliminate c first. So directly subtract the first equation. This is the first equation. Subtract it from the second one. So you get 15,000 minus 20,000, that is negative 5,000, which suggests it's going to be a decreasing function. 60m minus 40m, which is a 20m. So the value of m is 250 negative 250. That's the value of m. Now we can put that value in any one of these equations to figure out the value of c. So let's say I put it in the first equation, 40m. 40 times 250 is a 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 m. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 10,000 m. Not m, it's absolute 10,000. Okay, negative 10,000, since m was negative. This is equal to 20,000 plus c. So c is equal to 30,000. Now this is the relation. This is the relation. So y is equal to mx plus c. Now we'll put the value of x as 55. So m, that was negative 250 times the 55 plus 30,000. You solve this to get 16,250. Okay, that is option A. Now, had you done this through Desmos, which you can see on the video that I had shown highlighted on the top right, and it's even present as a link in the description of this video. Okay, so you can check that out. The Desmos way is really simple. We just plot and get the exact graph, find the point of intersection with x is equal to 55. Okay, so make sure you judge wisely. These questions need to be done with Desmos so as to save your precious time, okay, that you can use in some other difficult questions which are not possible to solve through Desmos. Okay, let's go to the next one. The cost of renting a backhoe for up to 10 days is $270 for the first day and $135 for each additional day. Which of the following equations gives the cost y in dollars of renting the backhoe for x days where x is a positive integer and x is less than equal to 10? Okay, so for up to 10 days we're checking this. So y is equal to the fixed cost, $270, plus 135 times each additional day. So the number of days would be x. 270 plus 135x. That's option C for you. Okay, so this is the correct one. Let's go ahead to the next one. The functions f and g are defined as f of x is equal to 1 by 4x minus 9 and g of x is equal to 3 by 4x plus 21. If the function h is defined as h of x is equal to f of x plus g of x, what is the x coordinate of the x-intercept of the graph of y is equal to h of x in the xy plane? Okay, so first let's find out what's h of x, the equation. So that's fx plus gx. So 1 over 4x minus 9 plus 3 over 4x plus 21. So this is going to be 1 over 4 plus 3 over 4, that's 4 over 4, or x simply. Minus 9 plus 21, that's 12, plus 12, x plus 12. Y is equal to x plus 12. This is the function h of x. What is the x coordinate of the x-intercept? So they're basically asking the x-intercept. For x-intercept, you put y is equal to 0. If I put y is equal to 0, x is equal to negative 12. That's the x-intercept. X coordinate of the x-intercept. That's x equal to negative 12. Okay, so that's the answer. Let's go ahead to the next one. According to data provided by the US Department of Energy, the average price per gallon of regular gasoline in the United States from September 1, 2014 to December 1, 2014 is modeled by the function f defined below, where f of x is the average price per gallon x months after September 1. Okay, that's f of x is equal to 2.74 minus 0.19 times x minus 3. This is the function given for the price per gallon of regular gasoline. Okay. The constant 2.74 in this function estimates which of the following? Okay, so the average price per gallon of regular gasoline in the United States from September 1, beginning September 1, September, October, November, December. It's modeled basically for 4 months. Okay, and where f of x is the average price per gallon x months after September 1. So x months after September 1, let's say 1 month after September 1, that's 1 minus 3 here. You'll put 1 minus 3, which is a negative 2. Negative 2 times 0.19, that will become positive. It will be greater than 2.74 for 1 month. For 2 months, it will still be positive, greater. For 3 months, at 3 months, it will be 2.74 exactly, because this term goes to 0. So at 3 months from September 1, that's October 1, September 1 to October 1, October 1 to November 1, and November 1 to December 1. So that is the price in December, average price per gallon on December 1, 2014. That's 2.74. Okay, we can easily get that. At x is equal to 0, when we place x equal to 0, that means it's on September 1, and that is 2.74 minus 0.19 times a negative 3, which is 2.74 plus 0.57. Okay, there's 19 times 3 is a 57, so 0.57. That's what, so 7, 5, 12, 2 carry 1, 13, 3 carry 1, 3.32. That's the price in September. Okay, then it decreases, keeps on decreasing, and in December it reaches 2.74. So this is option D. Option D is the correct one. So it's really important to analyze the scenario given. Don't go directly to the options. First, figure out the equation, figure out the scenario yourself, whatever they're stating there. Then only go to the options. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oil and gas production in a certain area dropped from 4 million barrels in 2000 to 1.9 million barrels in 2013. Assuming that the oil and gas production decreased at a constant rate, which of the following linear functions f best describes the production in millions of barrels t years after the year 2000? Okay, so it's decreasing at a constant rate per year. So that's why we're doing a linear function. Beginning with 4 million, so 4, any values of x would be read in millions. So that is already stated, or t basically, not x but t here. We've taken that as the number of years. Okay, so begins from 4 million and then decreases, minus, it decreases. How do we find the rate of decrease? We do 4 minus 1.9, which is 2.1. 2.1 barrels. So the decrease in the number of barrels production is 2.1 million divided by how many years have passed? 13 years have passed. So 21 over 130, this is the slope, and it will be a negative slope. So minus 21 over 130 multiplied by t. That's the thing. So 4 minus this, 21 over 130 times t. That's option C for you. Yeah, this is the correct one. Okay, let's go to the next one. The table above shows some values of x and their corresponding values f of x for the linear function f. What is the x-intercept of the graph of y is equal to fx in the xy plane? X-intercept, that means the value, the x coordinate when the y coordinate is 0. When the y is 0, value of y is 0, what is the x then? Or basically the point at which the function cuts the x-axis. That is when y goes to 0. Okay, as you can see in all these 4 options, the y coordinate is 0. Now let's check. So the best way, fastest way to do this is immediately find out what the function is through Desmos. Let's do that. So let's plot the points on Desmos. So click on this plus icon and take table. We'll need the coordinates for just 2 points because only 2 points are needed to uniquely identify a line. So let's check. X equal to negative 11, y is 21. Let's put this point, negative 11 and 21. Then the next point is negative 10 and 18. So negative 10 and 18. Okay. Now what do? You directly go for regression. So y1 tilde b0 plus b1 x1. Here's the thing. So b0, that's the y-intercept. So you get negative 12 minus 3x. Y is equal to negative 12 minus 3x. So y is equal to negative 12 minus 3x. Put y is equal to 0. 3x is equal to negative 12. X is equal to negative 4. Done. So option B, negative 4 comma 0. So I took some time, telling you that you need to do this through Desmos and take these and these points. While on the actual test, this will hardly take 15 to 20 seconds for you to do. Okay. So make sure you've mastered all the Desmos skills. Okay. I have 2 videos here I'm again integrating those videos here. So for Desmos, there are 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. Make sure you practice them like in the best way possible. Practice them properly, revise them once or twice so as to get a grasp of how to expertly solve questions with Desmos. Okay, let's go for the next one. The table above gives the typical amounts of energy per gram expressed in both food calories and kilojoules of the 3 macronutrients in food. If the 180 food calories in a granola bar come entirely from P grams of protein, F grams of fat, and C grams of carbohydrate, which of the following expresses F in terms of P and C? So F, that is the fat, in terms of protein and carbohydrate, and 180 food calories are coming. Okay, so we have to do this on the 180. Let's check. So the protein that we get, it contributes to 4 food calories, fat 9 food calories, and carbohydrate 4 food calories again. Okay, so protein and carbs are contributing equally. Fat is contributing more in the calorie count. Okay, so the important thing to note here is that these options, the 4 options, are in a simplified format. If you try to arrive directly at these expressions, it'll be difficult, but go in a step-by-step manner. As you can see, each gram of protein is providing 4 calories, each gram of fat 9 calories, each gram of carbohydrate 4 calories. Let's say we have, as they've given, P grams of protein, F grams of fat, and C grams of carbohydrates. Add them together. So if P grams of protein, how many calories? 4P. If F grams of fat, how many calories? 9F. If C grams of carbohydrates, how many calories? 4C. Total calories needed? 180. Write it like this, 180. Now we need to represent F in terms of P and C, like they've written. Express F in terms of P and C. Keep F on the left hand side, send everything else to the right hand side. 180 minus 4C minus 4P, this is equal to 9F. Okay, divide throughout on both sides with a 9. You get an F on the left hand side by dividing with the 9. This will cancel. 180 over 9, that's a 20, minus 4 over 9C minus 4 over 9P. Now take the 4 over 9 common, since it's a coefficient in both C and P. Minus 4 over 9 C plus P. This is equal to F. F is 20 minus 4 over 9 times C plus P. That is option B. This is the correct one. Okay. So go step by step. Otherwise, if you try to arrive directly at these options, it might look really tough. Okay. Let's go to the next one. An object hangs from a spring. The formula L is equal to 30 plus 2W relates the length L in centimeters of the spring to the weight W in newtons of the object. Which of the following describes the meaning of the 2 in this context? Okay, the object hangs from the spring. Formula L is equal to 30 plus 2W relates the length L in centimeters of the spring. So that's going to change the length of the spring according to the weight W, okay, in newtons. So that means 30 centimeters, that's a fixed length of the spring, or the natural length of the spring, plus 2W. So with each increasing newton in weight, the length is increasing by a factor of 2. Okay, that we can see. That's the slope. So the length in centimeters of the spring with no weight attached, that's 30. That's the meaning of 30. The weight in newtons of an object that will stretch the spring 30 centimeters? No, that's not correct. The increase in the weight in newtons of the object for each 1 centimeter increase in the length of the spring. No, the reverse of this. The increase in the length in centimeters of the spring for each 1 newton increase in the weight of the object. Option D. This is the correct one. Okay. So understand the complete scenario before going to the options. Then it'll be better. We had, right in the start, we had figured out what this 2 would mean, since it's getting multiplied with the W and 30 is the fixed length. Okay, let's go for the last question. For the function f, if f of 3x is equal to x minus 6 for all values of x, what is the value of f of 6? Okay, so look at it carefully. It's not f of x, but f of 3x. So if you are to figure out f of 6, you need to put x not equal to 6, but x equal to 2. So the 3x becomes 6. So it's 2 minus 6. This part, which is a negative 4. Negative 4 is the correct answer. But if you put x is equal to 6, 6 minus 6 is a 0. That option also they've given, because a lot of people might do that mistake, might make that mistake where they put x directly as 6 since they're asked f of 6. But the key here is to look at this, f of 3x. So 3x is equal to 6, not x equal to 6. So this is how we come to an end of our hard difficulty practice for linear functions as part of our Digital SAT Algebra practice. So make sure you do this properly. If there are any doubts or questions left in this video, from this video, or from any other sources, if you have any question, put them in the comments or reach out to me on email or through my website. Keep practicing. Take care. Bye-bye.